In today's video, we're going to talk about a book that's been recommended to me so many times by so many different people that I respect. And that book is Bob Burg and John David Mann's The Go-Giver. This might be the most concise, paradigm-shifting book in only 122 pages. And the best part is that it's written in a really great, easily digestible story format. So in this series called Producer Book Club, where we highlight key points from some of my favorite books, we're going to talk about 5 key takeaways and how we can apply each of them to our production and creative focused careers. You don't tend to think of traditional business people as storytellers. This book is a simple, powerful business idea wrapped in a short story that's easily digestible, that'll transform somebody with the hustle culture mentality or the go-getter mentality into something more balanced. Somebody who can have strong business ideas, but also be incredible at relationships, whether it's friends or loved ones. This book presents a man, like many other in the business world, trying to climb the ladder of the company that he's employed at. When he finds himself in a predicament, needing to close some really big clients in order to meet a quota at the end of a quarter, he takes some advice from a friend and goes and sees somebody called, quote, the chairman. This man has a trade secret that guarantees sales and growth, which sounds unbelievably absurd. But our main character, at his wit's end of needing to make these sales to fulfill this quota or potentially losing his position, goes to see the chairman to learn these trade secrets. And what transpires over the rest of the book is the chairman explaining to the main character the 5 laws of stratospheric success, which are 1, the law of value, 2, the law of compensation, 3, the law of influence, 4, the law of authenticity, and 5, the law of receptivity. What he learns from these 5 laws is more of a servant's mentality and working from a place of genuine connection rather than trying to make just another sale or just another dollar off of somebody. And that leads us to my first highlight of the book: don't just network, build relationships. In chapter 3, our main character and the chairman go to dinner with someone and they have a discussion around doing business with people and getting more clients. And the person they go to dinner with says this quote: "People will do business with and refer business to those people they know, like, and trust." Now, this might seem simple to the point of being kind of stupidly simple, but this is a huge thing to remember when going after new potential clients. People like working with people they are friends with. Now, a lot of people think,
hey, that sounds really scummy. You're just building relationships and having friendships with people just to sell them stuff.
And yeah, if you're building relationships just to get people to give you money, you're a terrible person. Don't do that. The key here is to build relationships without thinking about money or sales at all. People like to work with people that they enjoy being around, that they don't get a scummy feeling around, that they enjoy talking to, that they'll just call up on the phone to have a casual conversation and be a true friend to that person. You want to be their friend because you think them as a person and what they do is really cool. And the fact that you might work together in the future is just a cool byproduct of the relationship. But to be clear, it's not something that you're seeking out. You're not seeking out that end goal of working together. The way I like to think about it is the more friends you make, the more clients will call. Now we'll move on to the second highlight, which is serve better, make more. And this comes in chapter 5, where they're talking about the law of compensation. That law states that your income is determined by how many people you serve and how well that you serve them. So if we're doing the first thing and we're establishing deep connecting relationships, and we are establishing ourselves as someone everyone knows, likes, and trusts, we will want to see our people win. We want to see the people that we're making our deep connections with get the viral video, have the hit song, go further in their career, regardless of what we get out of it. Let's say somebody that we call a friend hires us for a job. What are we going to do in that situation? We're going to do the best job we possibly can. Appropriately value yourself price-wise, and then over-deliver on that value. If you bring more value than what someone is paying for, not only will you have more repeat clients, but you'll have a bigger and better business because the people that work with you are going on to do bigger and better things. When they succeed, you succeed. It's not about being the only winner, it's about everyone winning together. And adding on to that is our third highlight: build an army of walking billboards. And no, I don't mean become a mad scientist, and turn people into walking billboards, Dr. Doofenshmirtz style.
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
What I'm talking about is doing such a great job on a client's project, putting them first and making sure that they walk away with a win. These people that have firsthand experience with you will go tell everyone about the incredible journey working with you was and how you made sure that they came out winning. These people become your walking ambassadors or walking billboards. So with that in mind, we always go above and beyond for people, not keeping score, not having a I scratch your back, you scratch mine mentality, but doing the best that we can to make sure that we keep the other person's interests in mind and making sure that they win. And it will be like the book says, if you place the other person's interests first, your interests will always be taken care of, always. Or take care of your people and they will make sure that they preach the gospel of you to everyone. And now that we get on the topic of you, we get to the fourth highlight. Don't sell services, sell you. In chapter 10, our main character goes with the chairman to see a keynote speaker speak at a conference. And what that speaker said really resonated with me. She said, no matter your training, no matter your skill, no matter where you serve, you are the most important commodity. The most valuable gift you can offer is you. And that ends up being the fourth law of the book, the law of authenticity. This is something I think we as creators struggle with a lot. We want to be authentically us, but we also want to succeed. And for some reason, we think that both of those can't be true at the same time. I'm here to tell you that that's a lie. And if anything, that's a detriment to your career. In order to succeed, you have to be authentically you. No one wants another Billie Eilish, Zed, Ariana Grande, Kenny Beats because those people already exist and they are making music or creating things that are authentically them. You need to search within yourself and find the thing that's authentically you and use that to put your best foot forward in sales, in music production, and in content creation, and really across all of life. After all this talk about giving and giving and giving, you must be thinking, is that all this book talks about? And no, it talks about a couple other things, but specifically this last highlight, which is number 5, be willing to receive. If you give and give and give, eventually you will go broke. But the idea here is to not give until you're broke, but it's to give without expectation and be willing to receive when that comes back around to you. Don't be shy or ashamed about your receiving. There's something we do as people where we say, oh, no, I couldn't take that, or I don't need anything. That's okay, though. Thanks. I think we need to be more willing to receive from those that are offering. We expect them to receive when we're trying to give to them. Why not do them the courtesy of receiving when they are offering to us in return? The 5th law of the book states, the key to effective giving is to stay open to receiving. The writers understand that if you just give and never receive, you'll stay stagnant in your business or you'll go broke entirely. But if you're available to receive when someone's trying to give back to you, you will be able to accept the forward motion that your giving started. And that's the way in growing not only your business, but also you as a person. And that's my 5 highlights for the Go-Giver. Now, I want to address a couple criticisms I've seen about this book online. People have a tendency to read this book and feel that it's telling them to con people into sales. And that is actually what this book is telling you not to do. This book is telling you to build genuine relationships with people, because without the genuine relationship aspect, a lot of this will feel sleazy. Also, this book assumes a lot about you as the reader. It assumes that you have at least some deep knowledge about your area of expertise and that you are trying to grow yourself as a business person. I've seen people try to take aspects from this book, especially in the online production space, and offer mentorship programs without having any kind of real experience at a high level in their area of expertise. It ends up providing no real long-term value. In some instances, it can really hurt somebody's business, and there's no genuine relationships built. It's all just a con to make some money. Those people are generally after just a cash grab, and they're preying on people earlier on in their careers. So if you're earlier on in your career and you see somebody kind of like that, just be wary. But with the correct use of these highlights, you'll almost always find yourself working with incredible people, and you'll find that your name finds its way to new great people that you actually want to work with without having to rely on a bunch of marketing tactics or sorting through a bunch of bad leads. Better projects with people that you like. That's the dream. If you're still here, feel free to drop a like below. I hope you got something out of this, or I hope you got inspired to even read this book for yourself. If you'd like to grab a copy, there'll be a link in the description for the book. I'm excited to do more of these type videos with more books in my collection that have inspired me. If you want more production tutorials, live beat making, or creative conversations just like this video, consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching. I can't wait to do another one of these, and I'll see you in the next video.